Imagine that the ultimate secret to your male power and boundless energy after 60 isn't hidden in expensive pharmacy bottles with flashy labels, but in a regular box of baking soda that has been sitting quietly in your kitchen cupboard for years. This isn't some internet fairy tale or an old wives' tale. It is pure biology and chemistry that modern doctors often keep quiet about. Yet it is capable of bringing back that forgotten spark in your eyes and firm confidence in the bedroom with a simple flick of a switch. Countless men, once they cross the threshold of 60, begin to feel like an old, worn-out battery. The charge fades before their eyes by lunchtime, their skin becomes pale and saggy, and a complete stillness falls over their private life. You might mistakenly believe this is just natural aging that must be humbly accepted, but in reality, your poor body has simply become critically acidic from the inside. Over decades of life, mountains of invisible junk, waste, and minor inflammations have accumulated in your tissues, acting like clogs in pipes and preventing your blood from running briskly through your veins. Your kidneys start to get lazy, toxins get stuck in your cells, and your inner lifelight gradually fades, leaving only gray fatigue. I have seen hundreds and thousands of men who had already given up on themselves, but the way out of this dead end turned out to be laughably simple and accessible to everyone. Regular baking soda is your personal and very powerful alkaline shield. Its main task is to instantly neutralize the excess acid that makes your joints stiff and creaky, and your thoughts sluggish and heavy. When you bring your internal balance back to normal, the thick fog in your head begins to dissipate on its own. Your blood becomes thin, light, and fast, like a clear mountain river in spring. It begins to carry life-giving oxygen with renewed vigor to the most remote and forgotten corners of your stagnant body. Proper blood circulation is the root and foundation of absolutely everything in your body. If the blood, due to its thickness and acidity, does not reach the tips of your fingers, your hands and feet are always cold. But the saddest part is that if it does not reach the pelvic organs in the required volume, you can forget about male confidence and past exploits forever. Soda helps your vessels relax, become elastic, and expand. It is very similar to how if you decided to clean out old pipes clogged with rust in a large house. The water pressure instantly returns, and all the plumbing starts working as the builders originally intended. One of my longtime patients, who had passed 70, confessed after just 1 week of this regimen that it felt as if a secret tap of life force had been opened, which he had long forgotten existed. For your tired muscles, this remedy is a true salvation and a breath of fresh air. After 60 years, even the most ordinary leisurely walk in the park can result in a dull pain and heaviness due to an excess of lactic acid stagnant in the tissues. Soda literally eats away this caustic acid, freeing the fibers. As a result, you will be able to walk much longer, move more actively, play with your grandchildren, and not feel like a completely broken wreck the next morning after physical exertion. This is your personal victory over eternal fatigue, which step by step restores your faith in your own body and its capabilities. Furthermore, this directly concerns your brain and mental sharpness. Do you often forget simple words or the names of acquaintances? Do you start to stumble in basic everyday situations? This isn't necessarily the beginning of dementia most often. It is just your acidic and thick blood literally suffocating delicate neurons, preventing them from feeding normally. As soon as the environment inside your head becomes correct and clean, the brain will instantly wake up from hibernation. You will again become the soul of any company, start thinking clearly and quickly, timely insert your signature sharp jokes, and surprise those around you with your memory. But the most important and intimate thing is what adult men usually only whisper about in a doctor's office. Your sexual strength directly depends on the cleanliness and permeability of the smallest veins and capillaries. Soda effectively helps to gently relieve chronic inflammation in those very delicate vessels responsible for filling. Blood begins to flow to the right place on time and in sufficient volume. This gives you back not only the purely physical ability to be a man, but also your rightful male dignity, which many of your peers have already prematurely buried. However, always remember an important thing. Soda is your tool and assistant, not food or a drink for every day. You shouldn't mindlessly pour it by the tablespoon into everything. For a powerful effect, just half a small coffee spoon in a glass of clean warm water is enough. You should drink this strictly on an empty stomach 2 or 3 times a week. This amount is quite enough to give your body that very soft but confident push toward a global renewal of all systems. Be sure to take breaks in the intake. Do not try to speed up the result through frequency. The body needs time to readjust. If you have serious problems with blood pressure or your heart, be extremely careful Start with minimal doses and always listen carefully to the signals your body gives. I suggest you start your personal simple week of big changes tomorrow. Let your morning begin with a small sip of soda water, and on other days, treat your feet to warm salt baths. They are great for pulling out the fatigue and toxins accumulated during the day through the skin. Add a bit more calm movement to your schedule. You will very quickly feel how your body gratefully responds